This is lesson 1-1. We're going to be adding integers with the same sign. And you're actually pretty familiar with doing this. You've been adding numbers since kindergarten, first grade, whatever. We're just going to add the negative numbers in with this as well. And we're going to talk about on a number line. And you can see I've already got some things written down. I'm going to discuss what I've got written down. So they want us to write an addition problem to model this situation. I'm going to look at where the dot is. That dot is at 3 on the number line. So in my math problem, I'm going to write the 3 down. And then if you think about playing a game like Chutes and Ladders or whatever, in those games, you roll a dice, you hop, and then you land, and then wherever you land, that's where you are for your turn. If you can think about the same thing here, this arrow tells us where we went on our turn. And the 4 tells us where we stopped at. So we started at 3. We moved one little hop on our game board, plus one hop on our game board, and we ended up at 4. So the 4 is our answer. It's not the next number here. A lot of students like to make the 4 be the second number, but it's not. This is the number of hops. So let's do another one. So right here, our dot is at the 2. So I wrote the 2 down. Then I wrote a plus sign because right now we're only adding with integers. So for all of these ones, it's going to be a plus. And I'm going to count how many moves I went because I went from here, boom, right over there. And I ended at the 11. And I want to think how many hops it took me to get from the 2 to the 11. So I'm hopping like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'm going to count those bounces. There's 9 bounces. And I was at the 2. I hopped 9 times. And I ended up at the 11. Okay, so here I am starting at the -4. That's where my starting dot is. And I'm adding. And this time, instead of going in the positive direction, we must have lost a turn or whatever because we're going in the negative direction. So from -4 to -5, boom, that's one hop. So I went one hop backwards. And now I'm at -5, the number where my arrow stops at. You might see a multiple choice question like this. Choose the number line that best represents the expression. Well, the 1 is where we're starting, and the 4 is the number of hops. So I want to look for an answer that starts at 1. This one does. Oh, this one doesn't. Goodbye. This one starts at 1. This one starts at 1. And now I'm going to hop 4 times. Excuse me. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, right there. This one hops 4 times. This one here, 1, 2, 3. This only hops 3 times. And this only hops 2 times. So I started at 1 and I hopped 4. This answer right here is the one that I want to choose. Now, you don't always have to make the number line. You can just go straight to the math problem. And our rule is to add the numbers and keep the sign. So they're both either positive or both negative. Let me zoom out for a second. And oftentimes you're going to see the word simplify. This is just a math way to say find the answer. So why don't you just take a second and just add the numbers like 5, 6, 7, 8. This would be 8. And since they're both negative, I'm going to keep the negative sign. So take a minute and answer these problems and then, excuse me, hit pause, and then go ahead and check your answers. I'm just going to go write them down real quick. So like I said, check these, make sure that this is what you got. All right.